What's up, guys? Triple C here. Just 1 week after the X80 Proto was released, Rockstar now released the PFISTER 811, which should be a Porsche. So we're gonna go and buy it and do, like I did with the other new vehicles we got, we're gonna do a stunt test. We're gonna test it on various types of stunts. Let's see, where is it? Here, PFISTER 811. Okay, 1.135 million, which is much cheaper than the other cars, so let's go check it out. I'll just order in white because we'll give it a paint job anyways. Yeah, come on. Do you have to scroll down? Yeah, order. Alright, here we go. So we just ordered the PFISTER 811 Porsche supercar. And let me quickly say something for everybody that still didn't get it. We are just testing them on stunts. This is no opinion of mine whether I think it looks cool or I like it in general, or some YouTuber hyped me that it's gonna be a hypercar and then it doesn't live up to the expectation. I've got a very neutral view on this. I don't care what the outcome is. There's no wishful thinking involved that I want it to perform good or I want it to perform bad. I really don't care how it does in the test. I'm just going to give my neutral opinion and compare it to other vehicles that we know work in stunts. So we're going to test it on all kinds of generic stunts and just compare it to the vehicles that do very good on those stunts that you would usually pick in a stunt race. I also saw with the X80 Proto because I've been getting a lot of shit for that, like unbelievable. People have been messaging me, you know, and a lot of people took it personal that it didn't do good in the stunt tests. And like I said, I don't have any stake in this. I don't have any desired outcome. I don't care if it'll do good or bad. I'll just test it and tell you guys my findings. So please, in case I don't know how this 811 is gonna do, but in case it does bad, please don't take it personal, because I'm just doing a test on generic stunts. Like I said, I don't care what the outcome is. We're just gonna see how it does. Alright guys, we just got the message that the car was delivered, so we're gonna go and get it, drive it over to the mod shop and just fully customize it. Man, you guys won't believe how many, oh look, here it is. Okay. Yeah, it's that typical Porsche shape. Let's take a look at it. The stock rims look nice. And a really nice back. I also love that on the Zentorno. Okay. We'll drive it over to the mod shop and customize it. Yeah, and still, if you're not gonna like the outcome of this test, and I don't know what it's gonna be yet, and you're gonna throw insults at me, please learn the difference between your and you are. That would be great. Thank you. It's just so stupid reading messages when people write, "You're stupid." And I'm like, my what? Ah, he means you are stupid, okay. So yeah, big difference between your and you are, actually. Learn the difference, please. Okay, wait.
What brings you in today?
Okay, we'll fully customize this. You'll probably find 100 million videos of people showing how they're customizing this. I'll actually skip through this because you guys know exactly what we're doing here. We're just maxing everything out to the max. Alright, so we're gonna skip this.
Put it like this, it ain't gonna rust, okay?
Alright guys, so now we just fully customized this thing here. Put a paint job on it, maxed everything out, all the options. I didn't get a front bumper. I never have that on my car because for me it's just like it might get in the way of dummy proofing, so I don't see the point in having it. Also, off-road wheels, like on all my supercars, they absorb bumps better, which is you can take them through the corners rougher. It's much better on stunts. So yeah, let's go and test it on some generic stunts. Let's go. Okay, so first we're doing wall ride school 101. We also did that with the other cars, with the X80 Proto we did. Straight up container wall ride, very easy to do. So we're going to see how it performs on a wall, on a container wall ride. Is it slippery, is it not? Actually, very first time driving it for me now. Just getting the feel for this car a bit. Okay, I let off the gas there. Oh, it didn't like the bump. No traction. Shit. No, oh no. For racing, I'm not too sure about this. But that's not what we're testing here. We're going to test how it performs on stunts, so let's go and see. Wow. Nice. Really nice, actually. It's not very sensitive. It doesn't react immediately. It doesn't overreact, like for example Zentorno T20 would. It's actually more the direction of entity, which I really like that. That comes down to a question of taste, you know. Like for me, I really like that if you don't have that oversensitive steering on the wall. Gives you more time to adjust and really hold a straight line. Yeah, nice, nice. No, absolutely nothing you can say. Actually works really nice on the wall. We didn't lose our view. It was very steady on the wall. I liked it, definitely. Alright, let's check out the next one. Oh, actually, this wall ride, only T20s and Zentorno Osiris. You'll have a good camera view on those cars. With all other cars, you lose your view once you're at a very high point on the wall. Okay, wait, let me concentrate. No, we're gonna lose it. Yeah, no. It doesn't have enough, no, it doesn't really have that power which T20 Zentorno Osiris has. So on a generic wall ride, up to now, to basically summarize it, on a generic wall ride, it did great in my opinion. I really like the steering. This one is ascending, goes up pretty high, it's slanted. It's not doing well on this one, definitely not. It's just losing. No, look at this. No fucking chance. Okay, so it failed this one. And even the entity fails this one. But, yeah. Next test. Generic barge spiral to barge half loop kind of thing to barge wall ride. Very generic stuff which any car will get through. We'll definitely get through this one. It's just about how it's going to feel. Any car will get through this. We lost our view. No, well, of course you're not gonna get through if you don't see where you're going, man. No. With Osiris and Zentorno T20, you will not lose your view. You'll see your car the whole time. I have no idea where I am. Going totally blind, and I'm definitely not going first person because you want to see the backside of your car when you do these kinds of stunts. Well, I think I might have to just to get through here now. No, okay, epic fail. We're gonna quit it. We're gonna quit out here. This is even worse than the X80 Proto. The X80 Proto also lost its view big time, but it was quick and it had that midterm acceleration, that raw power to get you up there. So in the X80 we only lost our view, we lost it for a substantial amount of time also, but this one is just you go totally blind. You don't see where you are at all. So yeah, sorry, but a fail. Takes you on the side of a building, basically. Very generic stunt. Any car can do this. Let's see how it does. Yeah, no. That worked. That worked. Much better than with the X80 Proto. The X80 Proto just didn't stick to the wall at all. So yeah, another very generic stunt. This one it actually did. Actually, I think the X80 Proto is the only one that, like every other supercar, can do this. So not surprising that it did this. Yeah, completed the test. Nice, did it. Guys, next test, Red Snake 2.0, container spirals. This one was built by PROTO, who's not on the... Whoa, man, I went really high there. I overshot the checkpoint. Okay, so it does have a high top speed, definitely. We saw that there. Oh, man. Yeah, container spirals, they can be very slippery in certain cars. They just, if you have to adjust your line, that you just slip out, basically, and fall off. Okay, now I got the checkpoint. Alright, so let's see how slippery it is, or not is. How our view is going to be. Oh, that was not nice. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now for real. I'm not slippery and lost my view. And not a lot of traction at low speed in there, not at all. Traction is so important on Spirals. You want to have something like the Zentorno or Cyrus. It's so slow, it doesn't grip, and it's, yeah, it's swimming. It's swimming. Okay, yeah, I got it, but it didn't feel nice at all. It would definitely not be my first. It almost slingered out there. And I don't see where I'm going. Yeah, I did get around, but that was hard. That was really hard. Much harder than it needed to be. And not because I'm not used to the car yet. That's always also a factor, that you're not used to it yet. And of course you have to learn it. But on this one I can objectively say the view was very bad. It zoomed in, I lost my view, and it wanted to slip out, which other cars don't do. It didn't have traction at a low speed when you go on the upside down part, overhead part. So definitely not recommended on something like this. By the way, old school container spiral by PROTO here. We all miss him, man. Too bad he's not on the game anymore. One of the best creators back then in my opinion. Really nice stuff and awesome racer. Yeah, let's check out the next stunt. Alright guys, next test, Willet Crab Slide. This is my Crab Slide TSL, and the crab slides are very short, so any car will get over this, but we'll get an indication if it stays on its side, or if it, in the worst case, it'll roll over on its wheels. That would, and the dummy proofing, that, slippery. That was shit there, how I hit the dummy proofing. The same problem the X80 has, that it goes up the container. It's not being guided by the container, but the right side goes up. Check this out when I hit the container. Bam. No, epic fail. It went on its wheels right away. Yeah, went on its wheels. Fail. No, not good for crab sliding, so definitely not your car of choice if you're doing a new era race. They have crab slides in there so often. Definitely a very clear fail here again. Not recommended for crab sliding, not at all. Alright guys, so last ultimate test again, like in all the other ones, Freaky League's Huge Loop Racing number 3. We'll get around the loop. So far, only 4 supercars can do this one. We're gonna take it from the wait, I'll start from the respawn to get, oh yeah, this was actually the respawn. Look how it doesn't like to go over bumps. I don't have a good feeling on this one. I'm not too sure if it'll make it, but let's go and see. Because on the ascending wall ride it lost power going up, and it lost power. We're off, we're in the air. Nope, it failed. It didn't maintain that power, that acceleration to get up there. Just loses power. Also, the bumps are a huge problem. I saw that going over curbs. Look how it just rolls there, how it gets pushed off the bumps, even though I have off-road tires on. I don't even want to know how this performs in high-end tires. But it doesn't absorb bumps at all, and like with each barge, it's at an angle to the next one, so you always have small bumps in there, and you could just get pushed away, which makes you lose traction. Yeah, no, it failed. It didn't do a huge loop from Freaky League. So yeah, again, an epic fail. Actually, I'll do one quick last test. I'll show you guys what it is in the next test. Okay guys, so this race here is one of my new races actually. It's called X80 Proto only. I built a stunt race for the X80 Proto with a little twist. It's like big barge wall rides, really easy to do, but we don't have an on-ramp because the X80, we can really objectively say that it's shit on dummy proofing, it's shit on lineup containers. It does not work. It just wants to climb up your lineup container. It doesn't get guided by it, but it just wants to climb up it. It's what the Jester, for example, also does in sports class. And I saw this on the 811 on the PFISTER here, that it also wants to climb the containers. You're not being guided by a container hitting it full speed, but it wants to climb up it, which is absolute shit for stunt races. You really want to be guided by a container. So yeah, in this race I don't have any on-ramps, that's why it's for the X80 Proto only. My guess is that this one will do it very well too. It'll just climb the container and get up on the wall. And yeah, perfect. We don't need an on-ramp, we can just get, I mean it's cynical, but yeah. No on-ramp needed. just a lineup container, and bam, you're up on the wall. So, wait, I'll quickly cut in a little clip of when I did this race with a few people. Somebody didn't read the description or didn't have an X80, and he's going in the wall next to me, and you'll see how he's not getting on the wall because he would need an on-ramp in an Osiris. So I cut that in a little short here. Okay, so as you saw, like that Osiris didn't make it because it didn't have an on-ramp. Let's quickly summarize this here, what we saw in our stunt test. So it passed on a normal wall ride, which any car will do. You know, it's not the issue. Did it get around? Any car will do a wall ride. How was the steering on a normal wall ride? I actually liked it. That's a question of taste. Some people don't like that type of steering. The Entity, for example, also has. But interestingly, if you look at some of the world records in the hardest wall rides in the game, even absolute pros like Sed, for example, who's got a lot of world records on the hardest wall rides. I know he likes the Osiris, for example, on wall riding, but in the hardest wall rides on the game, he's also in the Entity. But okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. Normal wall rides, it passed. I actually personally like the steering. Ascending steep wall rides, epic fail. You totally lose your camera view, and you lose your acceleration and traction once you get to the steep part. So absolute fail there. Generic barge spirals, absolute fail. We lost our camera view. It was the worst I've seen so far. We didn't see our car at all. Like, we didn't see at all where we were. So definitely not recommended. King JMK loop. That was it made it, and any car will do it. Actually, the only car that failed the stunt up to now was the X80 Proto. So not a big surprise that it made it because it is a very generic stunt. Next again, container spirals, very big, very clear fail there also. We lost our camera, we lost our traction and acceleration on the steep part, and it was slippery and wanted to slide out. Crab slide, epic fail also. Then dummy proofing, epic fail, not recommended on stunt races. It didn't do Freaky Leaks, Huge Loop Racing #3, so also an epic fail there. Basically, we just made 2 generic stunts, we got through them. Everything else was an epic fail. So this car for stunning, definitely not recommended. It did seem pretty quick on the straights though, but going through turns was a big issue. I had the feeling it had a tendency to understeer always. So a lot of the turns, these races I was playing, I know these races. So I definitely know that I would have gotten around the turns quicker than the Cyrus or in T20 or a Zentorno. Because actually how it does on the track is also important on stunt races. You want to have the best combination between a car which is good on the track, which you can really push the car to its limits and and can get good times on there, and then it also has to be reliable in the stunt. So considering all these aspects, I would say it's definitely not recommended at all. Maybe if you want to get used to it in wall riding and learn it on hard wall rides, that would maybe be the only instance to take it. Also from racing, I didn't really like it, but other people test that much more accurately than me, like Brafi, for example. So check out his channel if you want to see his findings on that. Yeah, stunt test, epic fail here again. So this was definitely also not one of the stunt-ready vehicles. We kind of got the pattern already. These are all racing cars, even though this one also didn't really seem very good for racing. And yeah, and probably when we got the creator update, that's probably when the stunt-ready vehicles will be released, and all you guys don't have any money anymore. No, I'm just being cynical here, but yeah, all the 4 new cars, supercars we got, they're all absolutely worthless on stunts, and we can say this as objective as it gets. You know, we're just comparing it to other cars. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I do not have a stake in this. There's no wishful thinking involved. I don't want a specific outcome. I'm just going to test it with a very neutral opinion and show you guys my findings. So yeah, that was my test on the 811 PFISTER Porsche sports car. If you're a stunt racer and you want to use it for stunt races, not a good choice. You'll do much better in Osiris, Zentorno, T20, the usual suspects for stunt races. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll check you guys in the next video. I'll definitely be testing all the other cars and stunts too, so stay tuned for that. And I'm out. Peace.